future of every nation is in the hands of the youth of that nation, right? Now, where do they get their morality from? Where do they get direction from? Do they get direction from the culture? Do they get direction from like what they were taught? Do they get where you get your direction from matters? And this is what shapes every nation. For example, right now, we all have inspirations, right? But from whatever inspiration, whatever, are we true to ourselves? You know what you want. I know what I want. I don't like being cheated. You don't like being cheated, right? But sometimes we experience people doing those things and we fail to call them out, or because of personal interest. And to fight for a nation, to shape a nation, you must not tolerate any sense of let me say, any sense of cheating, or any sense of, I'm looking for one word to use. There are a lot of personal interests that are involved when we talk about public cases. People do it for different reasons, right? It is the duty of everybody that is involved to sort out why people are doing what they are doing and see whether it is in the best interests of the whole nation. You don't have to be emotional about it, otherwise you will destroy. That's what they say. Presidency, governance is not meant for everybody, because some people, they have soft heart. Now we are talking about public contribution in a case that is highly public interest, in which people are ready to contribute into the right source, and they want genuineness. They don't want management. They don't want anything. It's not try your luck. Like I always say, Mohbad case is not try your luck. If you can do it, do it. If you can't do it, leave it. Go and call who can do it to come and do it. That is my position. I don't believe that I, Papariano, have to be outside there investigating a criminal case. But if I must do so, if I say from today upward, if I say I'm an NGO and I want to start representing some certain capacity, I should be upheld as an NGO. If I'm an ordinary Papariano, ordinary TikTok, I should be seen as an ordinary TikToker. But that I will be acting as an NGO and at the same time I want to be seen as an ordinary TikToker, it's not done. And this is the issue we're having with Yomi Fabian. He has to know where he stands. He shouldn't be comparing himself with everybody. If he's functioning as a foundation, let him function that way. And when people attack him as a foundation, he has to do his due diligence. Because one, people are seeing you as an umbrella. You have to act like that umbrella. You cannot be acting as if you are umbrella. At the same time, you'll be acting as if, you are not umbrella. You have to choose what you want. So you get, when you see all these rhetorics that people are offering, it's not coming from nowhere. It's fact. Yomi Fabian may be sincere, but he has a questionable, character. There are a lot of things that are questionable around him. And that's what I'm saying. It is difficult. If you are not sincere, you must have the courage, right? The vision here is about what is right. You don't bring family. You don't bring any kind of emotions. You love somebody. You don't bring it into public affair. Anything they call public. You like to be old man, carry stick, the waka, no come near them. Go your house. Go stay. Where then go to respect you. When you the hear public, that's where I was coming from. When we talk about, the fate of the nation is on the youth of that nation. And when it comes to anything public affair, remove hate, remove respect. The only respect is the truth. What is physical, what is provable, that is the only thing. And that is the only way you can have success. By doing that way, people who are not capable, they will run away. They will stop coming to take responsibility. In most African system right now, you see that mostly it is people who cannot do it. They are the ones that always bring themselves like savior. They will keep coming because they know how to find their way. Because the people that they are coming to, they don't know what they want. They don't know how to choose people. They just keep following. Oh, this one is rich. Oh, this one is big. It's an elderly man. Oh, the reasons why they choose people is not grounded. It's not reasons that bring productivity. right? If anybody wants to represent transparency, let the person be tested. For example, right now, look at VDM, right? VDM doesn't need to, at the point that he's got in his life right now, he doesn't need to prove that much because he has done a lot. Look at product like VDM. How many such products can we boast of in terms of like some certain level of trust? Do you understand? We have to make people become what we think is better representing. Like yesterday, I gave an illustration. I said, now come to think of it, on the side of your being, when people contribute money for a particular thing, when another project comes, your will come again demanding for money, right? He may not be shameful, but people among us who have shame, they don't see it. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. To him, it may make sense that whenever he wants to do anything, it comes out. You're a foundation. Most foundations, like, they spend money, right? They already money have been donated there by people that you cannot even tell. But this your own foundation, like, is it only for J4M? Like, money is coming there only through J4M. Is it J4M that is building the foundation? And in fact, when people put money in the foundation, you don't spend everything. It's not for your own feeding, you know? Though in the actual sense, like, you're gonna, take care of yourself, but not like, harvesting everything. Money will still be left there that will be used to do other things, in which you would have been doing many things, and people will keep putting money invisibly. You won't even see people who are putting money. Your probably has his account on TikTok there. It doesn't even need to be demanding before people come and put money there. But because he start making himself demanding, now people will start running away. In fact, they will see the account, they'll like, they didn't even see it. You think they don't see it? They see the account there. And the reason why I stopped like receiving probably like before is because some people, they might even test, they might put one big money there. Like 100 million was deposited into very black man's this thing. He came out to say it. That this particular man is deposited though. If it's some of our people, they don't go buy a house, don't go buy land. And they will still come again and be asking for another one again when another project comes. It doesn't have to be like that. The one that is given, know what you're representing. That's why I say for Africa, for our people, foundation is business. And the same thing when I mentioned Berekete, people were insulting me. All this yoga daddy, all this Rifadian, they were insulting me. When I look at Berekete, I see Berekete only help no case now. Berekete just wanted the fame. He wanted to promote himself. That's what he was doing with Mohbad case. Berekete, 5 days after Mohbad's death, Berekete came into Mohbad case. He was the one saying that I go meet the papa, I go meet the mama, I go meet the friend. People were clapping. Then suddenly they said na affidavit. Berekete, that everybody knew. For you to go to Berekete, you have to go through long line, write affidavit. But this one, Berekete did not even go through that part. He said, I go meet them. Waiting make Berekete say, I go meet them. Who no, we think the man wanted justice. For you to say your procedure that people supposed to follow you, you limit your procedure just to show public that you are interested in Mohbad case. Now you tell us say because the papa no come, that is why you cannot continue with the case. Who the play who? It don't make what one make for the case. And most of all these foundations, they have their account outside. They have their account outside. The moment, if Oriomi Amzad comes and say that, okay, from today on, I'm in Mohbad case, people who already know him, right, they will just keep putting money in the account. That's how foundation work. The same thing with Bekete. He already has the account outside. The moment they say, I am in this case right now, people will start supporting. He won't even know where it's coming from. Do you understand? The moment VDM came back with this case, can VDM swear that people did not come to support him, paying money and pressure him whatever to go different direction? People are so generous. That's how this foundation thing work. Right? It means that our own brother, people or foreigners who are doing these things abroad, they are doing it for redevelopment and it's bringing good to the society. But our people, everything they lay their hands on, it go hard before they know use and scam. It go hard. See this laptop with the so when you both do computer, more could take the computer. But when our people handle it, now client, you go to here say, I'm communicating with my client. Client like how again. Should you be customer care near? Should you understand? And these things don't, I see that we are shy to mention the truth because we don't want to lose relationship with people, because when you tell them the truth, they will stop talking to you. Let's do it. Let it be like that. When you tell them the truth, they will come back and tell you the truth. Because, like last time, I think it was 2-3 days ago, or maybe last week, I had a conversation with Yomi, and he challenged me. Say, Papariano, what are you doing? I love the way he put it. He criticized me, right? And I love that. Because now I will criticize you. Then you too, I open door. Don't cover me up. If I'm doing what is not right, criticize me. That is why I'm criticizing you too. And all of us will make each other better. But that you are doing what is not right, I should be watching you. Because if I ask you a question, you too, you will come and expose me. Whatever I'm doing that is not right, you will come and expose me. If we should start living like that, everybody will be bad. And that's why there's a lot of corruption in Nigeria. Because president will be doing his own. Inspector of police too will be doing his own. President will not, he go say, I see you, but I no go talk, sha. You too, I see you, but I no go talk, sha. Who they suffer at the end of the day? Now the public, now they suffer. And even within the public, go to ordinary market. This one will say, I see you, but I no go talk. I see you, but I no go talk. And when you expand it in the large scale, this is how people start thinking, this is the virus. This is the virus. And that is how it is. And nobody's facing it. It exists in religion, it exists in culture, everything, there's always this lie. And only those who are awoken, who have the vision, they are the only one who can stop all this nonsense. And that's why you see countries like China are very progressive. They had to put an end to it because it takes nobody nowhere. If you are traveling, right, look at the advancement of some countries right now. Since 20 years ago or 40 years ago, compare all of those nations to Africa. Even if you bring back the whole world to the same level where Africa is today, right, with the way we think, just add another 20, 40 years and see the way other countries will quickly grow. What is that thing they are doing that we're not doing? Being genuine. And public responsibility. Anytime anything has to do with public gathering that affect everybody, do not let friendship and familiarity come into it. Once it comes into it, look at Mohbad right now. When I started calling Mohbad out, they were insulting me. I look, I say, me, I studied in Europe, and I've been with all of these different foreigners. I see how they do things in their country, and I admire it.
Anyway, that truly Prime Boy called me when I was there. All the storyline was not just considered, it was the scripted story that he has been reading out from every time he goes out there, he will read out that.
It kept modifying the stories.
Why won't he thereafter, after it was done that the daughter called Insider, that this man could not fix that into his storyline today?
Do you know?
You get
the
me,
story? I get you. Do you know the story that? Wait. Do you know the story that Blessing called him? This story was told by his own brother. Baba Mohbad never told anybody. It was his own brother that was called, and then I could remember that I think Candy or some other people were interviewing him. I even have the video.
Insider, let me respond to Stardust. I don't know who you are, but get your fish brain working now. Let me open your fish brain so that I can put human brain inside your fish brain. Okay, listen to what I want to tell you now. Maybe you are abroad or you are in Nigeria. If you are abroad, I'm disappointed in you. If you are in Nigeria, no problem. Maybe you were somewhere in one remote area. You don't know what life is all about. We are Yoruba people. We are intelligent. Just even leave Yoruba out of it. Let's sit down for someone who was narrating us a story. And omitted the part of his own daughter. First daughter of that matter called him on his way to Mo's house. And he forgot that part in the entire story of his scripted narration. How could you, the first thing you will say when somebody dies how you hear the information. You can never forget how you get that information, which is to say, yes, the mother called you. But the daughter confirmed that when you were on your way to the house, so it wasn't that you went there to see a shocking thing. They've already informed you before you got to that house that this person is dead. You were only going there to confirm. So you have a different reaction when you meet somebody suddenly that he has been dead before you get there. That you didn't hear any information, but you were formally being pre-informed, if any English is like that, that somebody is dead, so person. You going there was okay, let me go and confirm with my eye, which to you, the same tribe, the Yoruba you are talking about, is an abomination for you, father, to go ahead after you have been called, you have been told on your way to that place. Normally, you were not supposed to get to Mo's house. You were supposed to send somebody, a closer person to you, to go and verify this news for you. If you want to hold that culture, because you say you are not supposed to see his dead body. According to your culture that you are narrating to us as if your own Yoruba is different from our own Yoruba. Maybe your Yoruba is from India or from Ghana. Because you are saying that you are not supposed to being wallet. You forget the part that you are not supposed to see the body. You went ahead to get to the house to verify that okay, this person is spy, but it wasn't at that moment, it wasn't a shocking revelation to you because you have already been informed that this person is gone. You only going there to confirm that. So your reaction should be quite different from what you are telling us. You can't react in that manner to say that you made there, you saw over 100 people in the house and you couldn't take any action further. Because your daughter called you and you are telling me now that I shouldn't include that in his storyline. And he came back to even react to it. And he called me and hung up the phone. Say, oh, he can be talking to you guys who are fools. I'm sorry to use that word. Who are done this, who doesn't know what they are doing. I'm sorry to use that word also. You need to think out of your fish brain and wear human brain on your head and think like human. If you guys are still fixated on supporting this man, this crook, this pretender who went to Berekete, he's not looking for money to go back to the same Berekete. Berekete that you can call and he will send you money. You people are just following a scripted story that doesn't make sense. You follow the dead body of your son to Ikorodu and you say you have a culture. In the storyline, who did he actually call for that whole thing? Ask me. Who is that person you actually called throughout the night that I called my younger brother, I called my sister when I got there? At least you cannot be confused not to call your church member. You cannot be confused that people will not be calling you that you don't remember all those storylines. You gave us a story, you took it. Question, wait, just wait. Starboy, just wait. Let me ask you a simple question, okay? Are you a Yoruba woman or you are not? Can you hear me? Unmute and talk to me. You don't need to mute yourself. I just want to engage you. Can you somebody unmute her? Maybe she doesn't know she's unmute.
Unmute. Now you don't come from come.
Yeah, I'm asking you a simple question. Hold on before just wait.
Your question is
no, wait. Hello, excuse me. If you think it's irrelevant, I will drop you. I will drop you. I will mute you.
I'm focused
I'll ask
on
you a
what
simple question.
Mohbad.
If you want to engage me, I will respond to. I'm muting you. I mute you because I want you to listen. I will answer any question that you will ask me. this moment. Okay? And I want you to answer me. Are you a Yoruba woman or you are not? First, then you continue talking. I will not interject you. Go ahead. Answer me that
Right.
question. Then you go ahead.
I was born, I'm Igbo, but I was born and raised in Lagos. Lived all my life in Lagos. I live in England now, but born and raised in Lagos.
Fine.
And I see that as a totally irrelevant question, because that has nothing to do with the cause of why Mohbad died. There were people in that house, but all I'm seeing on social media is people attacking somebody that was not even present in the house when that boy died. Where is the focus on the people in the house? That is my question to you. Why is there so much focus? Why is there so much? Hold on. Somebody died. Somebody died in his own house.
No, start down. Let me flow. You ask me. You want to
Is the character that attacking?
Is the character
please. Of getting justice.
Now listen. Let me respond to you. Mommy Queen, please allow me to respond. Now let me respond to you, my sister. I love the way you started it from, and I love that fact. The fact that you were Mohbad today, that question is this. You will not refrain from suing those in the house. You just hit the nail on the point. And that is what we are talking now. If truly this man wants justice, right? And like you rightly said, he was not in the house. Let me be clear with that. He wasn't in the house. They didn't confirm that he was in the house before this guy died. So I'm going to exonerate him from that angle. But his action thereafter, after they brought a lawsuit to him, that Baba, these people in this house, we found them not clean with what they are saying. If Adura came out or slash Jamola and alleged that this is how Cynthia pushed down my brother and he hit his head on the floor and died. And Yomi was running with this narrative. You say you don't know what happened, but this is a confessional statement from those in their house, okay? And Adura came out to confirm that storyline, that video exists, and it's 10-minute video. We expect the father thereafter to not say, there's a clue here how this person died. You know what I mean? I want to work with you.
So you're telling me that you expect the father to carry out the job of the Nigerian police?
No, my sister, just wait. Don't go there. Just wait.
You're saying, hold on.
Do you want to put the blame on the Nigerian police now, or we are focusing on the father?
Hold on.
It is the father reaction we are talking about.
What is the point of having a police if they are not there to protect and serve you?
Okay, good.
Why are you paying your tax? Why are you paying your tax to the police if they are not there to protect and serve you?
Okay, now
hold on. Why has a murder been committed and it is left for the father to do the whole investigation of the murder? Why do we have police? Why do we have to investigate? Why do we have people in the police to investigate things like this?
You just went to the police again.
You're calling out the wrong people.
Oh, just hold on now. Just wait, my sister. Don't mix it up.
No.
You're making it out. You are mixing it up. Just hold on. If you allege some part, we deal with it, then we'll continue. Okay. Now you just went to the police side of the matter. Police, if you saw that police is not doing the right thing, every public will be calling out this police, including me, including you. Can you please hold on? Can you please let me respond to you? Let me respond to you? You and I have agreed that police have not done the right thing. Calm down, my sister. Don't shift attention from Baba Mohbad to police. Ab initio, from the beginning, police told him, this is our model of operandi. This is how we operate in Nigeria. When something happens, you report to the jurisdiction where it happens. From the Mr. Lopez storyline, they told him, go back to where that thing happened. We don't have the power to give you police cover. The man refused. According to his story, he said they wasted his time. That is the man.
I'm sorry, maybe we've listened. Maybe we've both.
Can you please hold on? Can you allow me to give you this story about police? I'm not exonerating police. I am still telling you the man did not listen to police instruction. Where you are in your London, if police told you, come out from your car, put your hand behind your back, what will you do? You will do it immediately. Either
At
right
least where
or wrong.
at least I know
Hold on.
that a mother is committed. They're not going to
leave
tell
that,
me.
leave that part. Leave that part. But listen to me. Listen to me. Instruction of the police, either right or wrong, you were supposed to follow that instruction first and foremost and carry it out. If they were wrong in their own instruction, then thereafter the public will have judged them based on that.
Really like
Police,
to yourself speak. You should let other people.
I'm talking to you. You are shifting my attention from it.
Guys, 1 minute. Guys, 1 minute. Guys, 1 minute. 1 minute, please. 1 minute.
Speaking.
1 minute, please. Stardust, welcome. Can you please educate us about this case and tell us what you think we are doing wrong as Nigerians? Don't forget, this is our country, and we believe that we are fighting for the cause of justice. We know we want to live in a crime-free environment. A lot of us, we've traveled abroad, we know how things are done, and we want to hold criminals accountable for whatever offense they've committed. And that's why we've been advocating for justice since the beginning of this case. There are a lot of ups and downs, sometimes disappointment, names calling. Yeah, what do you think people are doing wrong in this case?
Papariano, thank you for having me on your platform. I think this is probably the second time I'll be on this platform, but I've been following this since it happened. I've been following this for a very long time. What I do not appreciate is, first of all, the picking of sides. Everybody has a team or everybody has a side. The focus has been removed from what actually killed the boy and who killed the boy to favoritism. And that's the problem with Nigerians, is that we like to favor, we like to have celebs and faves that they can never do no wrong in our eyes. So where will somebody die in their house and the Nigerian police cannot investigate it, and you leave it to the father to carry on the investigation, and we should all be cool with it? We should all be fine, because that's how the Nigerian police is. Please, are we ever, as a country, ever going to move away from that mindset? Or is it that we do not feel like we deserve good things as people, as Nigerians, so we have to settle? We have to settle for the police to act anyhow or to do anyhow? The police are meant to be investigating this, not Mohbad's father. He was not in that house when that happened. Why are we not focused on the people that were actually in the house? You do not see this sort of murders happening around the world, and then they leave the focus to the people outside the house. Why is it taking 2 years for them to carry out an investigation? There's 200 million people in Nigeria. People die every day from
Can you please let her say her own thing first? The whole attack
on someone that was literally not there. And bear in mind, don't say, oh, I've not heard. I've heard that man speak, and his stories have been very, very, very consistent. On every platform that I have listened to him speak, very consistent. Rather, the other people that were in the house have had inconsistent stories. So why is the focus not on the inconsistent stories that we've been hearing? My point is, the attention should, and the energy, everybody's feeling hurt about what has happened, the attention and the energy should only be focused on the people in the house 24 hours, 72 hours before that boy died. Any other thing apart from that is, we're all wasting our time. We are all wasting our time. Thank you. Mr. Rotimi can carry on.
Inside the comment.
Yes. Stardust, where have you been all this while? Because it seems you are not following the case as appropriately as you should. You are cherry-picking events the way you feel can buttress your one-sided story of supporting Baba Mohbad. Let me give you a breakdown of what has happened. Baba Mohbad was given money, right, to conduct autopsy and toxicology on Mohbad. Till this day, he has failed to tell the public where the autopsy and toxicology was conducted. 1. Baba Mohbad has gone ahead to visit Berekete, and Berekete, an human rights activist who was trying to help him get justice for his son, told us that Baba Mohbad has moved on. The family are no longer interested in pursuing justice for the son. This same Baba Mohbad buried Mohbad without informing the Nigerian police that a crime was committed in the house when he saw blood. Are you aware of all this?
Very much aware.
Now, that kind of a father who up till now have failed to sign, maybe you are not aware, his major problem with his own group. He has a group. We are not part of his group. His group presented some names for him to sign. Those people you were claiming we should focus attention on, the people in the house, that every one of us here have called Baba Mohbad and his team on several occasions, that they should do a civil suit against these people. At least they should come and talk their own and let the public know about the roles that each individuals played. If possible, there could be criminal indictment for them. Baba Mohbad, why is running up and down, that is very hot right now, is that he has failed to sign that document. And this is not his first time of consenting to documents that could help the public get headway in getting justice for Mohbad. The second time was his lawyer Dumosu, who said he presented a letter of consent to Baba Mohbad for them to seek legal framework to extract phone forensic to help unravel what happens to Mohbad. Baba Mohbad failed to sign that document to this day. Don't you see that man? He is not in the house, but is preventing justice to flow. He is hampering the cause of justice. That is the role we see him play every now and then.
I understand you. So what was the point of the coroner's inquest?
Pardon?
What was the point of the coroner's inquest?
Now, maybe you don't understand it.
Because you want him to sign a document for these people to come out and give their testimony. But some of these people have already spoken during the coroner's inquest. So again, what was the point of the coroner's inquest?
Now, have you heard about the verdict of the coroner inquest? Have you?
Yes, I've heard it. That's why I'm asking. What was the point of all of that?
What was the outcome of the verdict? Was it favorably or unfavorable?
It was unfavorable, of course.
So what is wrong?
Inside that, I think let's take time to explain things to her. I don't think she.
The point I'm trying to make is that you're going through the same approach to try and get a different result, but it's still going to come back with the same results. That's why I asked. What approach do you think? What was the point of the coroner's inquest? Because these same people that you want to go and sit down now and ask them what happened, they've given their statements already during the coroner's inquest. So do you think that they're going to have another court hearing and they're actually going to come out and say the truth?
Yeah. You know, the coroner, there are limitations. There are limitations in the civil case. There will be a cross-examination in such a way that you will bring your own evidence, and it will be like a trial process. You get, and which can easily. The purpose of coroner is not to trial anybody. It's not to accuse anybody or trial anybody. It's just like, it's very light. It's a very light kind of informational inquiry gathering. So the coroner will not do much in trying to accuse people or taking them to some certain angles. Coroner is just trying to get some certain information that will help the coroner to establish her own fact
Our fact may not be our fact. If I have a fact that somebody has committed a crime, right, you may not see things that way. It's for me to take my fact to court. Yeah. Now you see, actually, like you said, you were very right. You were very correct when you said that the focus should be on the actual suspect, those that committed a crime, those that were in the house when Mohbad died. But don't forget that we all speaking here, none of us were in the house. None of us know what happened, but we have a bad feeling that something strange, something terrible might have happened, right? We don't have an evidence to this thing, so we keep looking for it. And one way for us to know what had happened is to inform the police about the situation and hear back from their investigation, right? In the beginning, the police came out, they said they've invited 26 people, that they've investigated them. Police investigate in their own way. And so they said they've investigated the police, they've investigated the 26 people. And so this is what they have. They say 5 people were declared suspect. The remaining one remain persons of interest. Persons of interest are anybody that are present in the crime scene. After investigation, if police finds anything incriminating, then you will now be detained, and you will now be prepared to be taken to the court, and you remain a suspect even at that. And until you are convicted by a court, you are still not a criminal, right? Until you have been, even when police arrest you, detain you, prepare to take you to court, you are still a suspect, because police has found something. But when police found nothing after investigating, you're no longer a suspect. You remain a person of interest, somebody who were there when it all happened. Now, the most important thing here is the investigation. Police have done. Can you guys hear me? Am I? Yeah. So police have done their investigation, and in their investigation, they said they listed out some specific things that the nurse was implicated, that nurse injected Mohbad, and there were a lot of changes, But now we're looking from the outside. We were not in the house. Don't forget, right? We only have to listen to whatever everyone is saying. One, police has gone in there. Police have had access to do some certain investigation, which me and you will not have access to, right? So now we are still doubting the police, that we don't believe in whatever the police is doing, okay? Because it's not just answering necessary questions. We see Mohbad in some situations that, we expected more corroborative answers to why things went the way they went, right? But we feel like we don't have these answers. And as a public, we now came together and said, okay, let us put in our funding and let's go do this investigation by ourselves, because we don't trust government investigation. Actually, the government is not starting to investigate Mohbad case. They have investigated it, and they have their own result already. Just like any country will do, it is the job of the government to investigate crime in every country around the world. And when they investigate their crime, they're going to have their evidence, which they have. Now, in the side of the public may not be pleased without evidence, right? So now there's still a space for whoever that is not pleased to go do their own investigation, and whatever they found, they can as well table it. So in this case, we put our support behind the father. I contributed my money. I also told people to contribute, and the main goal was to investigate it, to bring private investigators, to get pathologists, and to get a good legal team that will help us look into everything. I will keep pumping our money. Right now, we are trying to show something different. Police has done their job, and they said this thing is not as bad as you guys are taking it. Like, you guys are suspecting that there was a murder, but we didn't see that. That's what we found, right? And we are doubting them. Now we went to do our own, right? Whatever we are going to do, supposed to be able to justify what we have been clamoring for. We believe there was a murder. We believe there is something bad, but our investigation cannot show it. So could it be that police were correct? We are the one that are exaggerating things. And if police were wrong, because if you ask police to still go back to investigation, they will still bring you their own result. So the best thing now is for us, whoever that is doubting, then go bring something different from what police has offered. And if you cannot bring something different and you cannot accept their own, it looks like a troublemaker. Do you understand the point? Yeah. If I ask you right now, you contributed to toxicology and autopsy. Where was it done? You can't even tell. But that of the government that we are rejecting. Government autopsy was done in Lut. Toxicology was done in NMS in America, Pennsylvania. But our own, we who say we are looking for transparency, we who say we are being genuine, we are not being truthful to ourselves. You now understand why we are all like feeling like, hey, these people are just manipulating us.
So we don't. So
This
you're,
so
in other words, you're
suspicion.
saying your group doesn't have enough investigation to prove that it was an actual murder, but you want to go ahead and get those witnesses to go to court to prove that they
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I'm trying to make
No.
sense.
Yeah, having them in a civil case, having some of them, not all of them. Like in my own ground, I believe that the nurse who has come forward, to confess that it was her action, the nurse who has come forward to confess it was her action that caused Mohbad's death. I believe the father of Mohbad should sue the nurse, and in the process of trying the nurse or cross-examining the nurse, may lead us to different facts, may lead us to different opening. A criminal case can have many sides. It can have many chains. If you look at the case of O.J. Simpson, one of America's most broadcasted case, O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown, the African American guy that was married to the Caucasian America. It was like Africans were standing for African. If you know the story, why the white people were standing for their own daughter, right? So there was interest in any mysterious death. Right, there will always be different sides. If it was so clear, there was a clear evidence that this, like Mohbad was stabbed, whatever, and they could find it there. In the case of Mohbad, the government said there's no stabbing, no breaking of neck, no poisoning. When the father also went to check, his pathology told him there's no breaking of neck, no stabbing, no poison, nothing. Right? So now it becomes difficult for you to continue to insist. So now, in the case I was talking about, the O.J. Simpson, right, Nicole Brown, the government, the American police, they investigated. They did all they could do. In fact, in that particular case, the American police, they wanted so hard, to see that guy is pinned by planting a glove, that at the end of the day, the lawyer of O.J. Simpson was able to kick that out, that this glove doesn't size my client. This is an attempt, to jeopardize my client or to brutalize my client. So the case was thrown out. But because the family of the woman that was murdered, Nicole Brown, they were so desperate, they had to sue O.J. Simpson. They sued O.J. Simpson, and the things that police couldn't do, they were able to establish some fact. But by doing their own investigation, this is what we are saying. Like, the public is very interested in this case. They're ready to support it through funding, whatever. But the family is not ready. The only thing they do, they like talking the talking. You don't get justice in the street while doing the talking. Talking is part of creating awareness, right? But there are procedures that are put in there, that are established to get justice. And then at some point, we start doubting him that could there be something that he's hiding? And when we review his own story itself, when we go back into his own story, like we begin to suspect different things. Like when you were narrating your story about Mohbad, you said like 4:30, like your wife called you, and then you were, on your way, and then later, you guys got to a particular place, and you were told to go back, right? But you felt like no. Like something must be happening. Let me go to Mohbad. This is a story he narrated when his own brother, the narrated, is no, that what actually explained everything from Mohbad, and told him that Mohbad died, right? And the man even said, if we are doubting, people were already saying that man has been consistent, and luckily, you have been bound about, and subsequently, lesson called why.
Feels that
Karen did not emphasize on that.
Aware.
They switch off her phone immediately. I said, what? This. Did you communicate with them? No, you're not communicating.
with your son? Is there something you are trying to do? You're trying to do with the public stuff. None of your village people, none of your street people, nobody around him. It's only him and online people who refuse to use their own sense to investigate this case. To the fact there could be possible manipulation here. Which I depend on platforms you go to this information. Now let's put you yourself in this particular case, right? And prepare yourself. You may be here some for the first time.
Your line is a bit laggy.
Papariano, your network is.
Your line is a bit laggy.
Your network is. Change your network.
Hello guys. Can you all hear me?
Papariano, change your network.
No, it's very crackly.
Change your network, Papariano.
Oh my God, I was speaking. What was the last thing you hear me saying? What was the last thing you hear me saying?
It's better.
We are about to ask some questions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was already speaking. So I said, prepare your mind, okay? I'm going to say some things right now, and you might have not heard it, okay? Maybe the first time you're hearing it, because it all depends on which platform you're going and what they say or doing on that platform.
I've been following your platform for over 2 years.
Okay, yeah, good. It's not going to be new to you then. So now, imagine in the case where, as a parent, it's child that you've suffered for, labored for so much, also had to go to school, the days when they are nothing, and you work so hard, and I understand how we all will feel. It's out of the pain, of parentage, we know how this thing is, how stressful it is, I think that is the point at which a lot of us are reacting, but this case may be a little bit deeper than we think, right? So we have to open our mind and then sort it out. That's the only way a case like this can be resolved. So now imagine, let me put you in a situation whereby, let's put aside the mother first, right? I don't know why the mother is not seeking for justice, the sister, the brother. There must be something that we don't know.
Exactly.
So which is family interest, which they are protecting, and which we just want Bahamba to be frank, right? Don't manipulate the public. If you are also protecting that same interest, is the reason why you're not cooperating with the public, let them know. Because people are going crazy. They are wasting their time, they are spending their money, and some of them, they are even like putting themselves into trouble, because at the point of defending you, they start defaming the widow, and then it causes problem to them. Let's know what we want. No manipulation here. So let me put in the situation. Let's say, for example, you were contacted, right? And you got to Mohbad house, and you went up, and you saw a lot of blood in your own child's room, right? And then you now came downstairs. You now saw different people there. Do you think at that state of mind, you can be asking about Mohbad property, you as a parent? Do you think it's a proper thing for anybody to do? To be asking about Mohbad lands, the land that Mohbad left? Do you think it's proper for the parent to be asking for such? For Mohbad land? And the lawyer now told him that, come, Mohbad had a child. No, Mohbad land is not going to go to you. It remains that of the child. Mohbad did not die without a child. And they were arguing this, and that was the first conflict that rose between these people. So do you think that was proper? Or tell me any reason why anybody will say, you went up, you see blood in your own child's lobby, in your son's lobby room, you came downstairs, you saw him lying down there embalmed, in a way that a child that you lastly saw on Saturday, and then the next thing you are asking the lawyer, the 2 plot of land of Mohbad, to do what? To bury him, or to do what? Because it is either to go bury him or to inherit it. Why should anybody be thinking about burial right there? Because right now, what we're made to know, that it was because he was left with no option. That he has left the police, he went to the morgue, he don't know what to do. Should he take the body back home? This is what we're taught. And then now we come back to find that there was already trouble going on in the house. There was already fight between the family, fighting on Mohbad property. And this did not even give them sense of thinking that Mohbad is a human being. They were all focused on his property.
Was the fight before Mohbad died? Was it an ongoing fight?
I'm talking about when I'm talking about when the father arrived and the son was by the staircase, right? And then he was asking for the 2 plot of land to do what? That's the question I'm asking. Can you answer that?
Okay. So first of all, in face of any traumatic situation, your brain has different responses. It's either the flight, the freeze, the fawn, and I can't remember the flop. You can't really particularly say how you are going to react until you are met with that.
No, I'm asking. I said
scenario,
that why was
that
he asking for the 2 plot of land?
So
yeah, I say why was he asking for the 2 plot of land? That's the question.
I was in that situation. If there has been, and that's why I asked, has there been an ongoing before Mohbad died? Has there been an ongoing issues?
Yeah, but why should that apply? Even if there was an ongoing, why should that apply
before
when
Mohbad died?
Yeah,
Not after.
Even if there was an ongoing, right? Why should that apply, especially seeing the tragic situation of the guy?
Because that could also be a motive for the cause of death.
Okay, we don't know that. That is what we're not.
The money
don't know that.
can
We don't
be
have
a
that
motive
information.
for the cause of death.
We don't know that.
Oh well.
But what we are saying here is this, right? Like when you take a look at the story itself, all of the story, like you will see some manipulations, and I'm just seeing manipulations, on the side of the father, like not actually wanting to cooperate with getting justice, and like the actual justice everywhere in the world is the justice that comes from the court, from the police, right?
So is there
from
a way your
investigation.
group? Is there a way your group can? Is there a way? I'm just asking a question. Is there a way your group can, since you guys feel this way about the father, is there a way your group can, how am I going to put it? Join all of them, including the father and all the suspects in the house, and make a case against them with the evidence that you guys have come up with?
No, that's what I'm saying. I said we paid the father. We paid the father. Please wait now, worry, please. I mean, not talk to one. I mean, the talk to please. We paid the father so he can get.
Okay, but now,
wait now, worry, queen. I beg. If you want to, you go talk. I will give 1 hour. I may talk you. Me talk you. Me they go now. I beg. Let them talk you.
But so, now you said that you realize after paying the father, he's a bit dodgy. From everything you said, after paying the father, he's a bit dodgy. He's manipulated the whole situation. And you guys feel, for some reason, he knows more about the death than he's letting on. So if you guys feel that way, why do you not then, go against the father and everyone in the house?
Yes, so that's what we are doing right now. Actually, what we are doing right now.
So it becomes the people versus, the entire Aloba family with the witnesses in the house.
It is always the government against whoever that is a suspect. Okay, the government, no government wants to, just go after anybody, without a good reason. So government would have seen that, okay, these people, they have a hand in the crime after investigation, then they will come for them. But they have investigated Baba Mohbad, Wumi, all of them. And according to them, neither Baba, neither Wumi has a hand in Mohbad's death. That is according to the government.
Right?
According to some members of the public, according to some members of the public like you, okay, you believe that you have an evidence that the wife killed the husband, right?
That's not what I've said so far. I never said that. But
are you sure? Okay, let me ask you. Do you think the wife killed the husband?
I think whatever happened to him in that house, she's more aware than any other person in that house.
And she has said what she knows. She has said what she knows.
And I've listened to everything that she said in the 3 different platforms or more that she's gone to, and there are inconsistencies in her story that do not align with what the driver said and do not align with what Spending said. So there are inconsistencies in her story.
Okay, yeah, good. And if there are this inconsistency, like why is the lawyer of the man not taking up the case after all the public contribution? Do you think public need to ask him how he spent their money? If they contributed money to him for a particular purpose and he had not been able to carry that purpose, should they have right to call him out?
That one is relative to the public, because if I was going to do a charitable case, if I donate money for something, I'm not thinking about, yeah, this person has used this money for this money. I'm giving that money from the bottom of my heart. Go help yourself out. But some people,
no, that is a different thing.
Some people,
yeah, that is a different thing. That's a different thing. If you pay money for charity, right, it's without a purpose. Right, you just like give it out because probably the person's condition. You just want the person to just go do whatever with it. We didn't pay money for whatever. We had an agenda. We have a list of what to do, and this was not fulfilled. You see the difference? So now we're now calling him out. We paid for lawyer, we paid for private investigator, we paid for DNA, we paid for all of these things. What's up? Why are you not doing it? We're asking.
So you're not getting the results. You're not getting the results.
Exactly. And then people are discouraged. People are nobody's going to come invest their whole life here. If you have your own money, if it was his own money that he spent, maybe like he brought 30 million out of his own pocket and it did not work hard, will he go and bring another 30 million? If it was your own money, let's say you were the only one who paid for this 30 million to Joseph Aloba and he squandered that money, right? And then he said you should go now, you should go use another money to go do something else. I mean, you still go invest your money, right? After you've invested, and it didn't go, you still go invest, right? If that is how you reason, everyone doesn't reason that way. Sorry.
So if I understand you guys very well, we both know how the Nigerian police is, we both know how the Nigerian judicial system is, but yet we entrust them to be able to actually get us the justice that we're looking for, and yet we blame the father for not doing the most that he should have done in a system that is set up against him. I'm actually very confused.
No. The system is not set up against him because he chose the best pathology which he trusted. Not the system chose it for him. Right? There are so many people who were interested in this case.
Can we all bear
there were a lot of people who were interested in this case. This man, okay, I want to ask a question now. If this man is so serious, why did he leave Berekete?
In this sort of situation before.
Why did he leave Berekete? Okay, where is the sense of the man? Why did he leave Berekete? Can you tell me why he left Berekete?
Someone, go ahead.
Do you know Berekete?
Yeah.
Why did he leave Berekete?
That will be up to him.
No, it's not up to him. He has to be accountable to the public. He's not alone here. If it's up to him, then he should spend his money, he should do whatever he wants. Then we don't care too. He claims he's looking for justice. He has to explain whatever action that he has taken in the course of getting justice. Because people are seeing him as not ready for justice. So, and they are asking questions. Why did you leave Berekete if you truly said you want justice? Because that man represents justice. Why? Do you think you could do better? Or do you know better? Why? Or do you have a different interest from Berekete?
If I remember back then when he was on Berekete, I remember listening to you most times, and you weren't particularly in support of him being on Berekete then. So it's quite surprising to see there's a change. And people
Are you sure it's me or another one?
Yes, it's you. It's you.
Never. I have been. Papariano. Wait. Papariano.
Yes.
Papariano.
Over time, you have.
No. Please wait. No. Stop. Please wait. Papariano. I am the first critic of Berekete in this case. That was telling Berekete that Berekete, you should be doing autopsy by now. You should be doing this by now. By now, what are you still doing?
Yeah, I remember that.
I was the one that was calling him out. I said, if Berekete is not doing nothing, then why are we there?
You felt Berekete wasn't doing enough.
Yes, if Berekete is not doing enough, then the man should tell the whole world that this man you guys sent me to is not doing nothing. Simple word transparency. Now we don't know who is playing us between Berekete and Baba Mohbad. Berekete said Baba Mohbad ran away. Baba said no, he's still cool with Berekete, but I want to go back. He doesn't have money for transportation.
At the end of this whole thing, the bottom line is that we as Nigerians are left to look after ourselves individually, but as a collective, we don't really care. Because why are we investigating? Why this is supposed to be for the police, for the government?
You are misunderstanding criminal cases, please. What you don't understand, in a criminal case everywhere in the world, it is the duty of the government to investigate all crime and to give justice. But when government investigates and you said you don't accept, you must go and bring your own evidence. In this case, we are not saying that the government has not investigated. Government said they have investigated and they have their own result. Now you no agree. Don't blame them. Don't say they didn't do their job. They said they have done it. Now you are the one who is not accepting. So go bring your own evidence. It's fair enough.
Stardust, are you actually worried about
if American police investigate
not even
and you
knowing?
don't accept, you go and bring your own different evidence.
Are you actually worried about us not even knowing where that autopsy was carried out in abroad, the private autopsy, Stardust? Are you actually worried? Coming from the Baba team, he said that they refused to reveal where that was carried out. And if you think we are thinking otherwise, you just stated now that he left Berekete because it's best known to him. If we read meaning to that action, it means we can take it either way. Is it that Berekete told him to go, or he doesn't want to continue with Berekete in our analysis? But are you actually worried that Baba Mohbad and the team who carried out the autopsy abroad or toxicology refused to reveal where it was done? Are you worried about that?
No, I'm not. Because even the one that was done,
why are you not worrying about that? Because
even the one that was done, even the one that was done, if the one that was initially done by the police, came out with the accurate results, then there would have been no need for a second autopsy for me to be worried about.
But before Baba did the private one,
the first time.
Before they did the private one, I want to agree with you that you and I. No, just hold on. You and I were out here dragging the government, even when Baba went to Berekete, for not revealing where it was done. You remember Berekete called the commissioner of police online for there about the PA or the protocol that we want to know where it was carried out. Were you actually worried when government refused to reveal that location to us?
Would the location change the fact that
you are asking the question now. You are asking me, don't dodge the question because we drag government.
No, because I'm actually
wait
actually
now. You know why it's important?
Would that change the result of the autopsy?
No. It's just for us to know the authenticity of that result. For us to authenticate, just wait now. Hold on now. I'm responding to you. Just wait. My sister, just hold on. I'm responding to you now that you said it doesn't matter, but now you could go to Oluwole or Ibadan and bring a report to us. What we public is trying to do is to know where it was carried out. We want to investigate it further, if truly it was actually carried out or not, which matters a lot.
Okay, so
what if it was ever be done abroad?
Even more time and even more resources.
That is our time now. Why don't you allow us to even vent on that timing? The issue is right? We don't believe
even more time and more resources, and then coming out to come and blame when you don't get the results.
My dear, just hold on. Now the issue is this, right? What I'm saying is that don't judge this part because it's very important. When the report that was carried out or a result that was released to us, we don't know where it was coming from. I will say no, this result is inconsistent with what you are saying. It's still the same thing with the government. But it's okay. We don't even believe you did it. Give us the location. We want to go and verify. Is there anything wrong for the public to demand such from the same cause we contributed our money for? And we are saying because we drag government. That government was not coming forth. For like 6 months, they were silent about the matter. And we drag government out that they didn't do anything. And government said, we did it. It was done in so place. But now we are calling out the same father who did the private, which we, the public, paid for. You are saying that we are pursuing a very wrong course. Is that what you're telling me?
So you didn't believe the government's autopsy and you don't believe the father's autopsy. I'm trying to make sense of what you're saying.
The government is even cleaner than the father. The government still gave you a clue that it was done. Let's say it was done in your house. We will come to you, Sardos. We want to see the evidence that you carry out this autopsy. You will show us.
So you think that the father didn't carry out any autopsy? That's why you want to
as far he refused to, yes, as far he refused to reveal that location for us, he never did it anywhere.
What has that got to do?
It is the authenticity, my sister, to authenticate the result.
I feel like either ways, the results will not be authenticated because people are not accepting.
In that manner, it will have been. In that manner, if we ask for it, it will have been. We will have verified truly it was. We won't be talking about it today because we will already be known. Many of us we just silence about justice for Mohbad, assuming it is revealed to us. Truly, it was carried out. We went there, we saw it. Whatever the pathologists have told us in that court, we will not be doubting it by now. But we are still doubting it. Okay? We are still doubting because they couldn't give us a clue where it was carried out. And that is why you and I we are still talking about this matter. Assuming they revealed the location to us, and we've gone there, we verify it, we off the media. Because already private has been done, and it was carried out. Do you understand me? So, but if you are thinking that we are asking for a wrong question from the father, who's alleged that he did it, but it's not telling the public where he did it. Government is even better than him right now. Because government told us where it was done. I think a sane person is a simple question to ask in a sane society. I did it, where do you do it? That would be the next question. 100%. Now,
the point.
Now the location of the DNA now is being an issue to him because he's doubting Nigeria. He said he wants it to be done abroad. Why? It's the same reason we are talking about the location where it was carried out. What if the result they gave us was done even in Bayelsa, and they came out and read it for us? You will doubt it, and now why that from Nigeria? We don't have trust in it. Because you'll be talking about government since. You'll be talking about government. You are making the government look as if they didn't do anything for this guy. Okay? But what we are saying that the father also. Yeah, they didn't do enough.
And from the beginning, they ruined the entire investigation. You're going to someone died, you're going to their house, you're not stealing off the house. People are still living in the house even after that.
I love because you are pointing those angles. You are making sense in that regard. Yeah, you are making sense in that regard. And I want you to reason with us when we are saying that this father is also covering for this crime. Based on when we look at the psychological aspect of him covering for some things, because if police didn't do the right thing, you were supposed to be seen dragging police every day of this life to court. Get court order for police to carry a phone for SC. If police is refusing, go to court. Say, court, I find this. Compare police to carry a phone forensic for my son's death. We didn't see this move coming from him, not at all. See, today, 2 years, he has 2 lawyers, 2 legal teams that we have changed one. We have current one who is even a son. But he yet to even approach a court to compare police to do phone forensic. But I want you and I to be saying that police is doing the wrong thing. We will always see some bad eggs in the police, right? What if he fell into the hands of the bad ones? But the court will correct that no, police carry out this home forensic. He has all resources at his disposal to even play with money, whatever. But he refused. Even when Mr. Yomi Fabi is talking about this, we're supposed to see the father behind him. That, okay, I couldn't do it. Yomi, please, I'm behind you. Do this because police, government have been. Yomi has dragged the government. He did protest. He did a press conference. Who is it did it against? Against the family? No, it's against the government, my dear sister. Yomi did a press conference It's against the government. Calling police out, calling government out for not doing the right thing.
Ask you a question, Mr. Rusi.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
How do you think that this case is going to be resolved?
As it is now, is only when there is a clue coming from the public, because that this is how this guy gruesomely was spied in his house. One, two, what we call evidence, it has to be investigated thoroughly. If police carry out phone forensic alone, Stardust will not be where we are today. I bet you.
100%. I agree with you on that one.
Thank you. But for police not to be doing it, and we are dragging the police, we now drag the Baba. Ask your legal team, approach the court. The procedure is there for you to approach the court of law. They give you the leverage. You have the opportunity. Government give you the open hands. The court is there for you. Approach court, get court order against the police for not doing this. And police will hands up, they will do it. Definitely. But you are not even making this move. You are making the move of screwing Naramani or bringing him back to the matter, DPP. Meanwhile, you are neglecting the primary assignment that will have led us to a better result. You are leaving those that are not in the house, and you are forgetting those in the house. Now, and I said something, the critical thinker did well in one regard where they summoned courage to get another lawyer, sue those in the house. Is that not a wonderful thing? But the father turned it down. Instead to scrutinize the list, he turned it down completely, and today he's silencing about that. Oh, you've dropped. No problem. Papariano, please, I want to mute. She's gone.
Sarutimi, you see, she's just here to defend people baselessly, or Papa Mohbad baselessly. She knew quite well what Baba Mohbad has done. This is a man who has failed to do the right thing. And then people are challenging him for why is he hampered from at least even doing the right thing? Why is it so difficult to do the right thing? And everybody is asking that question. Baba Mohbad has not provided the answer. Even while he was on Super Vibes, he was asked so many questions. He failed to answer it, especially where the autopsy was done. He was just mentioning, Nigeria, Nigeria. That was his response. I think it was Chama or Crunchy Queen that asked him that question. Where was the autopsy and toxicology conducted? He couldn't give any concrete answers now. And then when the autopsy was done and we had the result that we had, Papa Mohbad was not pained. Papa Mohbad was not unhappy. He never showed it publicly that this failed result, because that was there about the last hope to help Mohbad get justice through the coroner. Because the coroner is all about forensic analysis and then how Mohbad died, who was responsible, who are the suspects and all those technicalities. But Baba Mohbad failed to provide such information for the right information when he was given the opportunity to do the toxicology and autopsy. And that was the moment Mohbad lost chances of getting autopsy. And the Baba was not remorseful. He wasn't remorseful. By now, we should have been hearing him if it was a genuine mistake of him not being able to get the locations of where this thing is done. You should have cried out that the pathologist is avoiding him, or the public should help him. That is how people do, especially if you said you are ordinary a carpenter and there are some limitations in your understanding of how things work. If, like what he was telling us was the case, Then things that he doesn't know that look suspicious, he should be crying out about it. Have you ever heard Baba Mohbad crying out that nobody is telling him where the toxicology autopsy was done? He was comfortable with it, and it obviously showed that he cooperated with them. He cooperated fully with them to get the result that nailed everything and left everybody in the house off the hook in a way, and then we now begin to depend on the compromised government autopsy, because the autopsy of the government was compromised. The chain of custody of the histology of Mohbad was never properly outlined for us to show that there was no compromises during the time of handling and then the time of delivery to the location where it was tested. In fact, there was a third-party laboratory that presented Mohbad histology to the NMS. So you could see that there was a deliberate action, and this was even after about 6 or 5 months when the samples were taken. Mohbad samples was taken on the 22nd of September, and it didn't appear at the NMS testing facility until sometimes in April. And so apart from the chain of custody, if that truly was Mohbad's samples, it will have degraded and the accuracy of the test will have thoroughly diminished if it was even Mohbad samples that was presented. And then the person who presented it used his company in the US, the Lagos State DNA and Forensic Center MD. He used his own company in the US to present the test to NMS. And that was why when people went to NMS and they were clamoring for Mohbad, they couldn't get the name of Mohbad on their system because it was a different company that presented it. And so they said Mohbad was not tested in their laboratory. Eventually, when the pathologist presented the result at the coroner, it was not signed. He presented an unsigned document to the coroner. All these are in public space that everybody could see. And then it was not questioned properly thereafter because he was meant to appear. And then he failed to appear at the coroner because Sanshitu is having a wedding or something. And so they couldn't convene. And then that was how the pathologist was unable to be interviewed correctly on the processes and the procedures, how the test was done comprehensively by Sanshitu. And he was never recalled back to the coroner inquest to testify again. He was never. All these things played out right before our eyes. And Baba Mohbad and his team of lawyers, they kept mute. They kept quiet. And after that, they went on a legal jamboree to sue the DPP. The DPP who they should be friend with. And the DPP asked them in their own case that they brought before the court, that what was their own private investigation that warrants them coming to sue them, that they should bring in Naira Marley into the case. Baba Mohbad was chasing shadows with his people. We knew that Naira Marley was never in the house and Sam Larry was never in the house. Was Mohbad bullied? Yes, there was evidence in the public space on videos. Was that the reason why Mohbad's demise happened? Possibly, but not conclusively, because there were other incidents that was in the burner. There were incidents that the wife had a serious fight with him. In fact, she was the one who last fought with Mohbad, according to the driver. These are public information, that in public space. Why has Baba Mohbad not pursued that comprehensively with his team of lawyers? Instead, they were just dribbling the public, telling the public different kinds of stories and manners of stories that could suit their egos, and then gathered different kinds of all manners of people to do their biddings and also begins to insult people all over the place. Whoever do not succumb to their system of justice. Baba Mohbad is not looking for justice, and all of us should know that by now. Anybody who is still on the side of Baba Mohbad, I'm sorry to say, that person has lost track with reality. He has totally lost track with reality. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's biased, and he's not after justice. He's what I call hero worshipping. They want an hero out of Baba Mohbad. He's the father of the year. He's the only one seeking justice, but he has the ability to misbehave and does as it's like because he's the father of the year. That is not how it should be, and that is not how justice should be. Many of us, we are into this justice not because we want a certain individuals to fall for it. No, we truly want justice to be served. Anybody who is responsible for taking another one's life must be ready to pay for the crimes that they committed. They must be ready to pay for that crime. And if so be is the friends or whatever it is, or anybody associated with them, the brother or the wife, as long as investigations can direct to it, then so good. It is obvious the police are not ready to do this investigation, which is one of the most concerning aspects of it. And that is the enjoyment Baba Mohbad is enjoying. He's enjoying the proceeds of crime, because that is what we'll call it. He's enjoying it. If not, how can you just sit down there and you are saying you don't have money to travel to Berekete to continue seeking justice for your son? Who is taking a night bus there? Who is sitting?
It doesn't even need you to come to the public for money for him to travel to Abuja. Abuja with even Los Angeles is 35,000 maximum. With Los Angeles,
35,000, you're already in Abuja.
You're already in Abuja. You're talking about you sleep over. You want to go with Los Angeles, it's just 70,000.
And if he's stranded, if you see Baba Mohbad, if the public see Baba Mohbad sleeping outside like your mate did, don't you think the public will rise?
They will rise. That's the truth.
Say, no.
You want to live in the affluence. You are spending blood money. You are gallivanting on blood money. People are donating money for your son to get justice. You are now saying you are wearing wristwatch and be looking at your wristwatch in a video. You are gallivanting on nothing.
Celebrating. Baba Mohbad is celebrating clothes. Clothes is on his page. Someone gave him some attires, and he's celebrating it. He did a song for it, and he's singing about it and dancing, and then celebrating new suit or coat suit, whatever it is that he's wearing. Baba Mohbad is celebrating those things. It shows that he's thoroughly after. He's in his page, or anybody that wants to check it. It's in his page. He's after what he can gain. Baba Mohbad is after what he can gain. He's
just looking for excuse from not doing the right thing. You are giving excuse for not doing the right thing. If it's for doing the wrong thing, you will package it as if your whole life depends on this. You want to go to Berekete, you are telling the public you don't have transport, so we should book flights of 200 and something thousand for you. So and from 400, you and Rexy will be running like 1 million naira to go and lie to Berekete and come back. It's crazy, man.
Rotimi, why can't he go and do back his furniture carpentry work to raise money?
He's a celebrity father.
Why can't he make a flyer and say, okay, I'm back to Morocco, employ some people, some boys. I want to open a workshop where I'll be training some more children to be carpenter. You know, there's something this man can do.
Should I tell you a secret about lazy people? Should I tell you a secret about them?
Tell me.
There's an avenue to make money. Let's say you give someone who is lazy money that shouldn't bother you, be there for him. They will stop working. Their mindset will be on the things you are going to bring to the table. Even if they have the tools all around them to begin to make money for themselves. They will be waiting for that your own money. The day you fail to fulfill your obligations to them, maybe for one reason or the other, you become a bad person. And then, in fact, you are worse than the devil to them because you failed to do that. You know, and so he has been enjoying public sympathy, undue public sympathy. People do not know that Baba Mohbad do not deserve the sympathy they extended to him. How many people have you seen that he has not offended in this justice for Mohbad? How many people that has worked with him, that they have failed to work with him? The man in Ghana, QH Radio, he has failed to work with him. He's all there in public space. The man in Ghana, Oriyomi, has failed to work with Oriyomi. He has failed to work with Berekete. He has failed to work with anybody. Nobody can work with him successfully. Nobody. What manner of a man is that? And we say he's seeking justice.
He's seeking justice. He's not seeking any fucking justice. He's not seeking any justice. He just be playing with us all along. Let him go back to his carpentry job and make money from there. That is what I should tell him now. Because if he's expecting money from the public, it's damn lie. He can't get nada. He can get from Bukky Jesse and the rest. The pork daddy, they can give him money. But here, me, I will drill him because he's not supposed to be called the father. He's not the father at all.
His last chance to make the public. His last chance was this DNA. And I suspected their problem, his problem with the critical thinkers has to do with money. Has to do with money. Because Bukky Jesse gave us a glimpse of it. That Baba Mohbad was no longer in control of money donated. That if he needs money, those people, he needs to talk to them and they will need to sign before they give him money. And so that was how they were doing it. And I think he wasn't in control of what was coming in anymore. So it was the critical thinkers and all that. If you remember, Shoulder Might, his major problem with them, even though she didn't say it fully, but they nearly crucified her for saying that it was the critical thinker that was controlling Baba Mohbad's money. You know? Mr. Rotimi, Natural said you should pick her up. I think she wants to talk.
Oh, is she there? Oh, sorry, she's even there. Sorry, dear. Let me bring her. I said not only herself, somebody was even there. Okay, I think both of them have come up.
Okay.
Sorry, Natural.
Thank you very much, Insider.
Good
Thank
morning.
you. Yeah, still talking, Abi. Good morning, good afternoon. Within Nigeria, Abi.
Go ahead.
Network, Nigerian network. Thank you. I know Papariano maybe is sleeping because what I want to say is that Insider, you have said everything. That is why I always enjoy your talk. You can go my normal way. You know all this talk when they talk since I felt listening to Papariano for money later I come log out. Like what's Papariano they talk for money? You know, because of who we know and who they relate with, who don't help us, they make many of us not agree they talk truth. You understand? And a part of the scene when it's poor justice. If I talk about this one will see. You understand? They make many of us not they talk truth. And I waiting also affect Papa Mohbad be that too. When Papa Mohbad starts, most of us, when would they join now? We come with different interests. You understand? Papa Mohbad would not make it clear to them. Say, we don't want justice. But because of our own pockets, we just lock up. We don't want to talk. I don't talk this thing before. I want to repeat them again. You know, say, many things when they do a revision, we they do as far as I'm concerned. Because when they say way forward, not the any place. We just they do revision for new people because when people they come off for Papariano platform, they just they train themselves. Like all these the shoulder mind and the rest, they won't just say popular. They won't just know them. Farm concern. If not, they know everything. They don't know say the man they fuck up. But the young won't come up. I know Papariano platform. Now where anybody want to grow. So they go must come, sha. Whether na rubbish out of nonsense, there is sense. They will just talk come on. Like one girl when he talk finish before inside that they talk. Say he know, and not true. You don't fit tell me say he did with him. I see the question where to me they ask him. See the way they reply. It will not get head, not make sense. He just a talk of points. So no problem. At least he don't come, he don't talk, he don't come out. Tomorrow if you come now, to me don't know. Now waiting we don't assume so many people to be that. Not be everybody come. But some people, the young one come say, what see they happen? This community of justice for Mohbad na place when they say they feel just know me. If not normal person, you go see the truth. You not go talk the way they talk. You not go ask a kind ABM question. You know when they call ABM question? All these questions be like he better. Now we they call ABM. All those kind of questions are ABM questions. When go they ask, what it come make you feel say, na Papa Mohbad, na he do this one. When they see with your eye. It's 2023 now we talk. So nobody for this life. You understand? When you go reach where somebody say die, when you not go ask question. Imagine this girl for Arise TV. I first asked Rufai that day. How na fear, how na content no say this girl Ikba. He just talk say na very simple thing. As the girl reach hospital, they begin they ask people for the area. Couple like say na because of the girl. So kind of things when I Rufai tell me. You get, I can't say not true. See the shock for them. This one I just full workers though. They ask wait how the thing happen. To talk of you as a father. You understand? As a father, you reach place, you can't dey tell me say you don't know. They go, you go this thing, they don't some of them, like we say I feel they don't threaten many of them before the thing happen. So when the thing happen, I said they don't finally take her, okay, good. Make everybody lock up. Why people know about them? Because of the sharing of the cash. Even Karimo, when Karimo starts that time, how he be? He decide with me. When he come on, like everybody knows now because of the cash. When the two of them separate. You get. So the points are they try to bring out now be say, nobody when go tell me say for that family, they don't know what it by Mohbad. We just they come, they do revision. And if Papa Mohbad not fit go back, because now the public soon I spoil and I make her not fit go back for a carpentry work. And he get wait see Mickey talk when he even still make me say I won't come up. Somebody when be say now when you don't dey popular, when you supposed to train all these small children. So that I don't repeat this in 2023 before I want to repeat them again. When you supposed to train all these small children so that the experience when waiting your pikin pass through, make all these children not pass through and you not agree. You say the life when the big people won't live, the celebrity won't live, now you won't live. Tell me how Nigeria won't take good. Waiting make us go feel say this guy, this father, not encourage his son to do some kind things. Make the money quick come. As the boy begin to make the money, the thing not reach out the way he want her. Now he still make her act some kind things when he act, allegedly. The man not just one made a trace some things. That is why he's killing everybody move. If everybody do some things, they go track him. You don't want that. That is why he's killing everybody's move. So, Papa Mohbad, everybody don't know. All these people, they come, they talk. You don't want justice. It's clear. This way forward, like what I talk person for supervise, made them think how they go take bury Mohbad. Make him go fight. If na sacrifice, somebody use that and do sacrifice. Good. Make him go fight the fight. Because all this one when everybody they now money people just say fine. Then we just say they somewhere that they fight for the justice. All of a sudden na story. Na packaging. Because Papariano talk this morning, get what I learned from there. If you they do something, If they do something, you understand, you know they transparent about that. And people they tell you that they complain. You know they even they show any interest. That means you get one move. So those when they carry the thing for head, no transparency, nothing they happen. You get your own plan. You get what you define. Maybe now your pocket. If your pocket not dry, you will come again. Hello, inside that you want to talk something?
Yeah, the story now make the bury Mohbad on time. Now be
That
the
is
story
it.
because
Now waiting we suppose they talk about. Nobody will say wait forward, go meet more police. As everybody they do your private investigation. The truth be say, as people they come, me say because that now I make sometimes I just thank God for some kind of opportunity when I get that period when we say I take follow Africa TV and I know some police for plenty. And they ask people some questions. Get some things when we say, oh, this one what would they do? The family they fight for the thing. Because the thing when they go ask you, be say, okay, I asked one police for plenty today. Okay, if you have to say the public say they won't take the matter there, is that as why the family not they sign? Nobody go sign. Nobody go listen to now.
the role of the public no pass this thing where we they do so. Now just advocacy. Now be the
That
role
is
of
it.
the we
That
no
is
fit do
it.
pass like now the family, the immediate
Now the
family.
family.
Now then go point us the right direction, point the police here. Now waiting they happen with this now waiting they happen. Now then go cry out. So even justice
Because the guy even don't say most of the evidence inside, say most of the evidence don't clean their come out. So this is a go dey tough.
and now the role where the Baba play be that. Some gullible people don't know say Baba they play a role to help clean the evidence. We go nail anybody.
But inside that, the public can still move further. Okay.
Rotimi,
You approach the court.
How the
Hold on,
Rotimi,
public
may I
natural.
tell you the
I'm
truth? If
coming.
somebody is not telling you
I'm
the truth,
coming,
you
natural.
understand? If somebody is
Now,
not
natural,
telling you
just
the
wait.
truth,
Forget what that policeman is telling you, my dear sister. Just hold on. Let me
yeah,
let me let me say
what kind
this.
of public do?
Now. This is the angle I'm coming from. Okay. Police, in Nigerian police especially, they want case to settle at their table. They don't want you to move further. Hardly you see police that want to take you to court. Hardly in some situation. So that is number one. I want us to know that. Now let's move
Yes,
fast to what
most
I'm
police.
about to say.
Let me tell you, not even all
Yes.
police case because they have the DPP that we advise them. Which case you want carry
The
go?
guy, if a person comes up and say demand the police to charge them to court, if
let
I
me tell you
demand
something. Let me tell you
for you
something,
to
Rotimi.
charge me to
There is
court,
something, Rotimi. I want to say something. You have been talking
you
since.
are never allowed me to speak what I
No,
wanted to
I will
say.
not
I'm
allow you
trying to
because the
object to
reason is
you.
that people are
No,
listening to
I'm
us.
objecting you. You will still get your flaw. That doesn't mean you are convincing the
Okay, no
public
problem.
in your
No
own
problem.
way.
No
Yes, you
problem.
will still come. I just want to object you. You have the flaw. What I'm trying to say here is this angle. When you say the public cannot do more than what they are doing, I object to that. I say no. For me, I think the public can still push this case further to the law, to the court of law, by using an NGO. It still concern public. When we are under an NGO, you can get court order. You can approach the court for redress. You can approach the court to say police have done the wrong thing. They are not doing the right thing. Our job is not limited to social media. That is what I'm trying to correct. But if you think I'm wrong, give me a fact. Insider, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you. Let me tell you why that
And
will not
so,
work. Let me tell you why
go
it will
ahead,
not
tell me.
work. You see, um, for every criminal case, there must be investigation, and for every investigation, evidences or evidence are evaluated. Now, these are two in one. The police doing investigation and then examining evidence. And this evidence must be credible first. The evidence must be relevant and must be lawfully obtained. These are the three main key or core values of evidence: credibility, relevance, and must be lawfully obtained. for criminal cases, the evidence that from the public must be as seen as being credibly obtained. So, for instance,
That's the step you are getting further. I am saying, don't go too far. I am saying
wait,
that
wait,
going to
wait.
court, wait,
The
wait.
NGO
You are
has
taking one
presented
step ahead. I'm coming. They don't need to present evidence. You are taking one step ahead. What they are approaching court for is redress, is to police to compel police with court
okay,
order to do what is needful. Okay?
writ of
I'm not saying
mandamus.
they will, yes, I'm not saying they will just take whatever they have to court. No. What they are
And
trying
now,
to do is
let's
when
now
you,
examine the let's examine
yes,
the writ of.
exactly. You sue the police for not doing the right thing. One, you sue party involved, you join them. Then court will now compel police to go back and carry out that investigation.
That is
I don't know if
if
you get
you
what I'm trying to
present.
say.
I understand. You need to present credible
Now,
information.
is it credible enough
Before you go
to say
further.
that police?
Wait now.
I'm adding this to you. Is it credible enough for for public to state that police did not carry out phone forensic in this case, and we want it done? Is it credible enough to request that for court to compel police from the public? Now, go ahead.
Yes, you see, now the NGO we approach the court and make their own application that okay, the investigation that the police did was flawed. If the police doesn't want to change the direction in which they are going, they are so easy. In fact, it is so easy for the police to argue their case that based on the information they normally say that they've interviewed all the suspects in the house and they found nothing wanting in them, and that it is only the nurse that they see that was closer and have contact with the suspect and the with Mohbad. And then that is what they are. That whatever the NGO is presenting to the court should strike it out. That it doesn't hold water because they've done sufficient investigation, and they will present all their investigation as evidence. The
But they
only
have to
time,
present their investigation,
yes, they will support
which
that
they
with
have carried out. Now,
and
the
what they are
documentation we
going to
are
be
talking
doing.
about is, I'm talking about the phone
Remember
forensic.
that we
You and I
sued
know
along.
they've not carried out. Insider, you and I know they've not carried out phone forensic in this case. Do you believe that?
Yes, of
So
course.
what would
Come
they be
on.
presenting? I'm talking for only that. What would they be presenting before the court now that they've carried out in the area of phone forensic, which they
You
have
see,
not done?
yes, the merit of the phone forensic will lie well on Baba Mohbad to seek court subpoena
No,
to
I'm
compel.
telling you, I'm trying to narrow us
It
to
is outside,
public concern
it is
now.
going to be
Leave the
outside
father
the
alone. Leave the
it is
father
going to
alone.
be
I want
outside.
the public. What I'm saying
It is
is that
yes,
for the public to test this law,
yeah.
if we have the right or the privilege to take this matter to court to sue the police for not doing the right thing, because now this is it, okay? If we are thinking that public cannot do nothing except the father or the pay of the family, you are equally making the society an unbearable society, because family can kill anyone tomorrow, bribe the police, and nothing will happen.
hundred
Family can
percent.
do anything. Yeah, that is what we are creating in the law. But I'm saying no, the law doesn't work that way. And that is why we have the NGO coming as
Mr.
NGO. Yes.
Rotimi, you see, as the case is now, let's say a crime was committed. For instance, someone stabbed someone on the way, and the person who stabbed was caught, and then he admitted Oh, truly, it was when we were doing a fight that I stabbed him. Will phone forensic be needed to unravel such situation?
If the person has confessed to that crime,
Yes, phone forensic. So, and the nurse has
yeah,
confessed. We can see the
yes, we can
technicality.
still no. Now let me tell you. That is why I'm still saying that. I love the angle you are coming from. Yes, the public can still argue further that this nurse, we suspect she's covering up because we discovered there are lapses in her statement before the coroner inquest. What is the lapse? She told us she never saw Adura.
Okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, Wumi's statement told us that she left Adura with Mohbad and the nurse while she was cooking in the kitchen. Okay. So how come this nurse did not see Adura? There is a very big concern which the court will have to look inward to say, why are you lying here? You agree you treated Mohbad, but you did not see his brother. But the wife now is telling you that you saw the brother and left the brother and Mohbad with you. There is no way you will not see resemblance between Mohbad and the brother. It's not possible. So in that
Mr.
regard, we
Rotimi,
could be seeing
Mr.
that this nurse is
Mr. Rotimi, I just
compromised
want to say something.
in her defense. Go ahead. Dean.
Okay. You know, yesterday there was a lady that came in. I don't know. It's probably, I don't know if the lady is from Wumi side. I don't know. The lady said, if Papa Mohbad came out that Wumi, he buy my son. Wumi said it's not me. If you understand. I said he's the nurse. What stopped Wumi? Right, what stopped Papa Mohbad not to hold Adura? So it's all of you that is inside that house. How will you tell me that you did not know what happened to your brother? Jonathan, what stopped Baba Mohbad not doing that? Now, it's very obvious the mother did not even stress herself because she has been bribed. She did not even come to the public to come and seek for money. He did not come to the public to come and look for cash. Like, look for someone that tied his son. Might have knew who did the thing. Because I have this strong belief that all of them knew and they have been giving money. Let's refer people to go and check the first video when Iyabo Ojo came in, Toto Dinke, that Davido yeah, he was there. They was talking to Adura. That day, that very day, they cleaned everything. Go back and check that video. That is why the woman accepted. But Oba just look at it that leave this thing like this. So this why did not drag anybody. You can never see Papa Mohbad said it will me that tie my son. You can never see Baba Mohbad coming out like what you said that what Yomi did that independent day. That is what Papa Mohbad supposed. I said in 2023 that peacefully the government are not listening to you. You will not even accept any cloth from anybody. You will not try it. You go wear cloth now, secretariat for Lagos here. Even if you not go Abuja, now there you go, they sleep. People go say, what's happen? Or guy said, my pikin, no. Not know the way he said that, yo. I reached there. Now I hear say, my pikin don't buy. What's happen? Make government come tell me. Someone look come tell me. Carry everybody come station. Even if public, they do their own. Baba, Baba, not worry. No wahala, I'm gonna send the money put for there. Now justice I want. As far he did not do that thing, there is something on it. Oh, you did not hold your son, you don't hold anybody. There is something that is deep, deep. January 2024, when Tolani was saying something, I don't know the person's platform. Somebody said, don't listen to Tolani. I kept quiet. That was around 11 o'clock. I was listening to that lady. She said, I was with Baba Mohbad. Find out something, and I left. It's not what we are thinking. Go back to Africa TV. Africa TV went there. The man discovered that Africa TV did not have anything. The man was just interested in money. When the whole country was just bashing him, why you would just go bury the boy? Why you go do that? Now he just go back up. Went to a kitty come back. The whole world love him. And he took advantage of it. This thing work for me. Oh, make I just use that to make my money. But you know all these things that they expire. Baba Mohbad don't expire. That's everybody is trying to discover. Even you wrote to me, anything they call Baba, you know they agree. You feel even follow that person fights. Because that time the thing they work on you. You never should say when your eye clear. When you begin to read law, they talk about law, they talk about
Oh,
this.
you don't say why I clear immediately. The
Your
daughter
eye
called
clear last year.
matter came
Your
out.
eye
No,
clear.
listen
Even your
now.
eye cannot be
The
really
me
even last year like that. Now like
no no
ending of
no
last year.
no. Immediately the father, when the call of that his daughter came out, I was there as wait a minute. Initially, I first dragged the father. Say no, why will he hurry? Bury this guy. He's not a Muslim, whatever. But when the man narrated
Rotimi,
that
Rotimi,
scripted story, natural wait
I
now.
remember you used to
Natural
drag. I
wait
remember the
now.
day I communicated with you. I think I
Natural
did
wait
Togo
now.
when I
1 minute.
communicated with you. When you
Can
say
you hear
no, it
me?
cannot be Baba Mohbad. I'm hearing you.
Can you? Yeah, I said initially, first time, I blamed the father for hurriedly buried him. But when he narrated the scripted story, I believed him. We were on his side. Until Mr. Dayo came out to say, Blessing called Baba now. Yeah. Then we have to do a reverse psychology. I said, no, this man, something is up that you are not telling us. That was when I rewind back and my brain, okay, I got to look into this matter. Since that day, I have not believed in that man again, 100%. So go on.
First time when Papariano did against Berekete. That day that I was talking, that is it 2023, yeah, early 2023. Be January, something like when Papariano was talking about Berekete. I said, this guy,
That will
man,
be 2020, that will be 2024, 2024.
2024, yeah, early, sha.
Yeah, early,
So
yeah.
this guy will miss something, yeah. I say because Nigeria, people just want to be, they want to take opportunity. Maybe this guy just want to take opportunity. I was not watching Berekete. When Berekete said he's coming, he did not do it live. That's why I knew that they started bribing this guy. That this propaganda is really making sense. But this is Nigeria for you. You want to use this opportunity how will I put it, to blow. And that is what happened. You understand? Because there are top people on this case. That very day, even Papa Mohbad phone, that old phone, you should bring it out. Let's see people that was following him. If he was not bribed that very day, because that Tolani knows a lot. And he said a lot of things that night around 11 o'clock. I don't forget. A lot of people were calling this man. There are top people that did this thing. Top people. They sponsored these people to do what they did that day. Not only Wunmi.
See,
So Papa Mohbad just say,
see,
now one time they go court.
During
Make I use
Wumi's
this
interview,
opportunity, say make my own money put for pocket. So he did. Sorry, insider. That is what Papa Mohbad did. And he did it. Now everybody is crying. What we're supposed to be doing, let's use it to encourage people. And let's use it to teach people sense. Let's also use it to warn people. This kind of thing that happen, if anybody tried it, it will not be easy with you. Because this man catch everybody on our way.
see,
Insiders,
you
you
know,
can
you
do.
know, you know, Wumi said there was a second nurse. There was a second nurse. And while she was trying to say this, Wumi slept. You could go and listen to the audio again. Because for every of her actions, every of her movement, even all the syllables and all whatever she used in that interviews, if you subject that to a AI lie detector, most AI lie detector will tell you that she is lying 100%. AI, because of there are some repetitive words she kept saying, like my husband, and all those things, trying to show affirmations and affirming our closeness and all those things, which is a form of way to dispel or to shield away people's attention. Now, she made a very critical statement, like a slip. Wumi said when the second nurse came, that a second nurse, they needs to invite a second nurse to sleep over. She said that to find something to do in a gesticulation, you will notice that she was trying to put her hands on something. She was trying to do something to his, she didn't say it, but it was like to his body. And he said, when my father-in-law came to the apartment, she said so, that night that the husband died, and that they invited a nurse, that even when the father-in-law came to the apartment, she asked the nurse to go and listen to that interview. So which apartment was Wunmi trying to make reference to? I've been trying to, she said it is in that interview, that when the father...
That interview was done, is it in channels or TVC or where?
I think it was with TVC. I think it was the one with TVC. The one with the lady. It was that TVC interview. Go and watch that TVC interview. It revealed...
I'm going there. I want to go to that angle.
That TVC interview revealed a lot. In fact, it was that same interview Wunmi slipped again. She said, let me tell you what she said. She said Mohbad passed on. In fact, the interviewer was flabbergasted. She was like unbelievable. She said, the interviewer asked her a question, that what were the things that Mohbad wanted to do and all that. She said Mohbad wanted to wanted the brother to further his education, and that he even wanted, he wanted, those interviews can be used in the court of law because it is evidence in the public space. She should explain more. It doesn't mean it shows she was responsible for what happened to Mohbad, but it shows that she was covering events, and possibly as the closest person to Mohbad, she has facts that she is hiding. Wunmi said the mom, they wanted to stock the mom's shops, and which the mom, everybody knew this was an event. The mom also make references to that. They wanted to buy things into the shops on Monday. Wunmi said this on national TV, that they wanted to buy stuffs to stock Mama Mohbad's shops, but unfortunately, Mohbad passed on Tuesday. How? Why were you unable to stock? Because you had witnessed Monday. Why were you unable to stock the shops on Monday? Because Mohbad passed on Tuesday. We all agree that Monday should come before Tuesday. So why is Mohbad passing on Tuesday affected you doing what you were supposed to do on Monday? The interviewer opened her eyes wide, and it was unbelievable. It's there, you can go and watch it. So she had already confessed that there was an issue on Monday, which she was trying so hard. You know, you can't create event for this. Just 2 or 3 questions, you'll be thrown off balance. What didn't happen on a day, you can't create event for it. Especially when they ask you to give narrations and then you put events together. Also with AIT, Wumi jumped. They said, what happened to Mohbad? She said they woke up like a family on Tuesday. She just jumped Monday. Nobody contacted Mohbad on Monday. Nobody talked to him on Monday. There was no event. He never posted anything on his social media. No engagement whatsoever. Everybody were trying to reach him on Monday and nothing. Nobody was able to. And then 3 o'clock it passed on. With what I had yesterday, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, from Chairman's mouth, and I don't know why Chairman and what is her name? This lady that conducted protest in Abuja. I don't know why they are not coming out. They said Baba Mohbad confessed to them that he received call from Blessing on Monday, not Tuesday. Chairman said so. And I also bothered why Chairman didn't confront Baba Mohbad in the public when it came to Super Vibes. When he had the opportunity
Surprised.
to.
I'm even surprised, yes. God bless you
You
for
had
that.
it. You had it too. You had it too.
Yes, now. I expected him to like, Baba, why are you lying? They said they just want to give him soft landing. Something that
You
don't
see,
supposed to be soft landing.
you see
Those things when Baba
diplomacy.
they back before you come out. You don't need to look at them. You said you go mask. We're lying in everybody's presence there. You understand that it's around 4 o'clock. You say, Baba. But in Abuja, this is what you told us now. Why are you saying all these things again? You understand? We'll see how Baba will react. Now the
That's
pet one will pet the man. Now it's well, like you're like a child that you are growing, a child that is staying with you. I don't want to touch this child. You go see what that pikin go become tomorrow. It go shock you. That is what happened in Baba case. Because a lot
Hello,
of people
little
pet that
angel.
man too much. He's
Hi.
not the only person that lost his son.
Okay.
I
I
bet you
still
are
don't want to
realistic,
believe.
mute.
I still don't want to believe that chairman's assertion until he begins to give more light. And also, what is I am Yinka? And also, I am Yinka. They need to start saying this so that we know what we are saying. Because that was the first time I'm hearing it that Baba Mohbad admitted that Blessing actually called him on Monday, not Tuesday. They confessed to them, Ayaminka and Chairman. And if Mohbad passed on Monday and there are concrete evidence to show that it is enough that a crime was committed, it is enough that in that house a serious crime was committed and they can convict everybody that is involved. They can face trial and convict them accordingly. If it can be established that Monday is the day that Mohbad passed on instead of Tuesday. And we all expected that Baba Mohbad should help with it. But since he's also in the know, so how will he now? So he came to tell the public lies that it was on a ferry. The story, all those stories were just lies. It was all created and crafted. It took Baba Mohbad 5 hours after hearing the demise of Mohbad to get to Mohbad's house after crossing the water from Ikorodu, which is incredible. It's unbelievable. It took them 5 hours to get to Mohbad's house. 5 good hours. That is unbelievable. From Ikorodu, they
Besides
took
that, the
ferry.
truth of the matter is that these people, they did not know that this case will go like this. Let me tell you,
Yeah,
just like something happened like this, you were not even expecting this kind of thing, and you will not be looking for your first story. You say, and they are not even going back to their first story.
You see the
You
mistake they did.
understand?
You see the mistake they did. The mistake they did is to break Mohbad's neck. That is the mistake they all did.
They did not
They
break any
missed it.
neck. In a normal team, I tell you, when they buy the coffee, come, but when they bury a quick, but this for not come, they worry pest you. Oh yeah, they come buy the coffee, oh yeah, squeeze and put a bed, wait, don't go, don't go. They just see, let me, even that day, when the boy died, like that day that they were burying the guy, when I was streaming, I said, why are they rushing this guy like this? Now, should the guy commit one thing? Me get what the guy do when they say they must run and quick. And the question when I ask, the thing we say, they don't already give, they don't pay them. So what you gonna wait for now? What you don't go, nothing go bring her back again. Let her make it they go. The key when not the year one, I say they follow, leave her, make they go. Now what they do be they don't bend any neck. And even when they squeeze and put that to show and say, come, you know, now one they fuck up. If you fuck up again, now like this you go take go. So you when you normal, may your brain tell you something. You understand? Okay, now they did all those tests. Which one confirm? You see, like if you go here and say, okay, when you go check there, they know they do. They'll say, where the paper when you get from so person who authorize you to come and check this place. Many questions. You understand? If now lie now inside that, you try and see just go that where the motion they put Mohbad for Yaba.
Sorry,
You go see question when
Natural.
they go they ask you who you
Insider,
who do the all those
insider,
things just because of. Mhm.
insider. I want you to
Yeah.
listen to this part, then I will forward it to you. Listen.
Okay, I was not really at the same, but I was cooking before because if I had to go to the kitchen to put on the food I was cooking, I went upstairs. So I think it was around yes, the nurse was about to give the injection when I entered. So immediately I entered, I was like, was telling the nurse to remove it, it's informal. They told the nurse to remove it, I want to pee, and I want to vomit. So I held his hand to the restroom, he vomited, he peed. When I come up from the restroom, he just fell down. The first thing had to talk to me. I needed water. So I had to call on Nigeria, family, like the other people like that she called. So the phone Nigeria to get some water. I want to I know she pour in water. So Nigeria got water, we got water, but I was still not feeling comfortable. He said it is against he needs fan, like it's hot.
Now, the nurse did not see Adura.
Yes, in her testimony, she never saw Adura.
So, Bumi is bringing Adura to the nurse face now.
You can see the discrepancy in it.
This is where they are joke.
You can see. Please, I beg you, play that part again. Replay it again.
Yeah, let me just
Yes,
say
my
something.
dear.
Let me say something.
I beg, replay it again.
One thing I noticed about Wumi is this, yeah. Each time any member of that family wants to take themselves out, she brings them back right in again. That's what
I'm telling you.
Darosha said that he didn't sleep in the house, that he didn't sleep in the house that night. Wumi brought him back straight up.
Inside out, you have to play it again so that you listen to how Bumi is bringing the Adura back. Okay. Yes.
Rotimi, before you
Yeah.
play it again, this way you will know that what
Mm.
happened, they all know. Everybody just looking for story. But the story is that they did not plan this story well because there was no time. You understand? This thing happened on Monday. I think on Tuesday, this senator, everybody just came in. People just they
Even though there is time, you see, you cannot cover a crime forever. It's not
No, we
possible.
know. I'm just trying to tell you, we know. But you see, let me tell you something there. They have, because he's a celebrity. If he's not a celebrity, let me tell you, the people will just sit down and let's plan this today throughout. They try their best, but you see, it don't work. The thing just a fly. And the boy carried grace.
Natural. If they limited their story to the nurse, not involving Prime Boy, Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and the likes, say, okay, he was injured at the show, the nurse came. Iyabo Ojo and co or whatever, they are not pushing for Naira Marley to come down, to drag him. I tell you, this case, my woman, I think, okay, it was the problem of
If
medical
see
negligence,
if
whatever.
for see come out, you know why? Because the boy
No,
carry
no,
grace.
no, but
No,
by
no, 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 no,
now,
no. He gets
hold
some
on now,
people,
my dear. It will have
Eh.
taken another tone, not this tone now, because you bringing the prime boy Naramali in. You've already distracted the public. But the public can't realize, wait a minute, why are you taking us to Ijebu-Ode? When we'll have just stopped at Shagamu? I mean, you get that. So it's like
No,
you
Mr.
notice that
Rotimi,
the nurse came in. You didn't stick to the nurse story. You are pushing it out to Naira Marley and Sam Larry. They
Mr.
bullied him. They
Rotimi,
bullied
Mr.
him. They
Rotimi,
bullied him.
Mr.
But you forget
Rotimi.
that the nurse. I'm coming at there. What I'm saying, assuming they limit their storyline, circle around the nurse from the beginning, and the propaganda against Naira Marley Sam Larry didn't even come up. All of us will have been facing that knock of a thing. Yes, what you are saying, it might eventually come out later that is a lie. This is not that. This is not how this guy fight. But what made us to even disbelieve them most was that they took us to another route entirely, and that called for suspicion. You understand what I'm saying? That was why we have to open the wound. There, no, this wound never heal. Oh. There's something here in this wound that is still bringing out pus. Why are you telling us
Okay.
there's something
Okay.
different?
Mr.
Look at what
Rotimi.
I just
Okay,
played out.
let me tell you something. People that carry grace, even if you keep them hide, and you people even have a very solid plan, you will see come out. Why somebody when you don't keep person for road, just they pass, they go say they won't check the bag. You understand? Meanwhile, you do and nobody even see you when they do am. This Mohbad case, where this guy, what the guy carry? Not be here. The guy grace when the guy carry, not be teeth. If not, the whole thing there, no evidence. That's why we are not seeing any evidence now. They clean everything. They take their time, but the guy not agree. So now the guy not agree. So not be say they clean evidence because that thing happened. Allegedly, let's put it like that. That thing happened that night stroke the next day because they just took advantage. Yeah, this opportunity, the guy don't come. So it was like, okay,